And let's be honest, I think that has expanded my entire knowledge on sign language. So I guess from both that and the title, you've realised that I might be doing a movie. Can you guess which one? But yeah, there's been quite a lot that I have yet to see, and finally getting around to doing something. After having the idea somewhat ran past me, I think it's about time. Broaden my horizons to see what exactly how I've been a horrible human being. Maybe dredge up some emotions or two. I think we're all in the need for a good cry. At least, my prior small knowledge on what this film might be about. I hope I'm not incredibly wrong and have offended anyone already. Guess we'll have to find out. So, whether or not you're ready, doesn't really matter, you can always pause it. I can't. So, sit yourselves down, and I guess we'll be starting soon. I really don't know much, but a silent voice. Some main aspect of what I'll be seeing. Let's be honest, it's going to be a tough ride. We're going to see some ugly things, but hopefully something uplifting. We can guess we're going to come out the other end with quite an experience. It's been a long time since I've sat down to watch a movie proper, so make sure you've got a drink, maybe a few snacks. I'm glad you're here with me. As far as intro cards go, pretty nice. I hope this is for a stylistic choice and not just a broken video file. God, are my eyes that bad? I know I haven't worn my glasses in a while, but I'm guessing we're going to be seeing a lot of bits like that, which might be some sort of symbolism. Or maybe just something to pay attention to for later. Get rid of stuff. Someone is really putting their life in order there. Finalizing things. Finalizing things. Thank Christ. Okay, so start off with just a visualization. But well, after that kind of intro, I think we needed something to give us a bit of energy. We're going quite a few years back. What led up to the point? What made him to get to this state? I didn't think. Well, actually, no. I thought we would go places, but I didn't think it would start off with something like that. Ah, yes. Rubber band finger gun type thing. I remember doing that. Showing the... Leave the otters alone. Yo. Showing the early years with so much of this that could be so relatable, at least for some people. Me personally, actually quite a lot of this is feeling quite like a early childhood. Okay, mechanical pencil here. Are we starting with the traditional... Oh, we've got like a transfer student coming in. And one way to... One way to start things off, introduce... I really kind of like the understated piano. With a couple of semi-muted notes. Are we getting... I think, as a way of introducing yourself to a new class when there's already a boundary going to be put in place. Excuse me? Here's quite the reaction to that. It's strange that we've got some students trying to become get affiliated, try to understand a bit, and then there's others I'm really paying too much attention. I don't think we had anyone in my school with any afflictions or anything. Oh no, tell a lie. But I don't think it was ever made into a talking point. So it'd be interesting to see how students of a different age group were reacting, come together or not. I mean, a bit out of time. Well, it's going to be a bit of a learning curve. And I can tell there's going to be a couple of characters who are going to be a little abrasive. But I like that, though, that kid and his little group of friends have got a good thing going. Oh, I hate that shit. Read this paragraph. I mean, the fact that the teacher's just carrying on as though there's no issue there, which, honestly, there's no. You're a twat. He's. Wait, that's the only repercussion he's getting for this? Okay. I mean, I'm not entirely sure how old they're meant to be, but for something, I'm guessing, out of the norm for them, there's going to be those that face it in different ways. Not trying to talk down the situation or anything, though. I'm getting some mixed feelings about that character because she's somewhat avoiding and yet also like slightly, well, ever so slightly, they're just seeming as though she's trying. But going into a new school is going to be one hell of a thing, and then when you already. That's one way to get someone's attention. To be fair, I've done that before. This is me, you. I don't know that. Don't touch. Well, that's just how would any young boy would react, no matter the person in front of them. Okay, I get. Getting the others to understand basics of sign language, maybe get to understand her is a good thing, but I don't know about putting her up the front of the class and making like a centerpiece. And she was looking for backup from the teacher there. Yes, because trying to reach out to someone and do something that's immediately going to make you ostracized. Why is she's suddenly out? I see. We have. A group focusing. Causing some mischief. I'm going to struggle here when we get into if they actually push it further. And did she actually take that as they were trying to be friendly? It's a good outlook. See, the problem there is if there is some like giggling and laughing along, and then yeah, I mean there'd be different degrees depending on the severity, but don't. Okay, I know where this is going now. That's okay. So we're getting a montage. Don't. This is the bit where the line is crossed. Actually going to try and convert. I'm guessing she's apologizing because for he's not doing that well in class. He probably hasn't learned that one yet. Now, of course, emotions and personal interactions and stuff are difficult to understand and control. There are two scenes that seem similar here. This is just gonna 8. We saw some of them, yeah, but the fact it's gotten to this stage and talking to the class. Now the thing is, does anyone own up to anything? Did the fact... Well, that's a hell of a lot better than I would think. He wasn't given the chance. Right. Okay. So, rightfully, he's getting reprimanded for it, but everyone is now throwing him under the bus, despite joining in. I mean, weren't you giggling at the blackboard? So that's how we got to him sitting in the pond? How long was that in the water for? Why is it in such a good state? I suffered, well, not severely enough for any major emotional damage, but in school from things. Trying to put on a front there. Yep. Right. Going to replace the hearing aids that have been lost or broken. He's now suffering from his consequences of his own actions. Are we going to get us well, the whole point of this is there's going to be a somewhat redemption story here, and trying to acceptance of those end of things that you've done in the past. I take it discussions didn't go well. And he's now suffering from the same things, but no one's going to speak out about that, are they? I'm guessing she's there helping. I mean, for her to have experienced everything so far in school and still trying to be nice. I mean, this is painful to watch in 5 different ways. I mean, I was getting to that. The fact that she's still trying to make friends, still trying to reach out. Now, we can do some things that's he should know now. That's what she was doing. She was trying to get rid of it, but of course, he's associating his current predicament of and taking it on her, because why change the object of his aggression there. Jesus Christ, how long has this been running? 20 minutes and all we've seen is kids getting fucked over. Sign language class? Talk about chance meetings. From the kid that he was and going through school after she had... Would she have just forgotten? That was a strange smile. I think, yeah, anyone would have complex emotions. Let alone someone that can't... or might not be able to fully convey what they're feeling. Great hiding spot. But the fact that he was going into that class and is he still carrying her conversation book? Like how heavy is this? Yeah. How heavy is this taking a toll on him? Oh, I like that. I like that. Not giving us what she's saying. If we don't know sign language, we're just as disassociated. Is he doing it? He finally gets it. How has she been in the years since? And how conflicted would she be feeling now if being driven out of one school due to all of his actions now, and now having him reach out? Okay, that's one way of doing a transition. And his ominous calendar. Are we actually going to see her? What kind of grin was that? Yeah. Ah, because he did so well. How it took its time, but he tried and returned the money that he made her take out of the bank before. Excuse me. Delightful breakfast conversation. So she was just reaching there, and the fact he didn't... Oh, ominous calendar. Did disagree there. She had her earring ripped out. That's what it was. I've never had to have a conversation like this, but if he has, oh fuck. Well, now he's gonna have to off himself. Oh, I like the half-assed calendar. Get those days back in there. Some things like some things can seem so simple, and you don't know quite the implications of things that you could have possibly done. Because ostracizing someone to this extent makes the wrongs that they did right. I mean, having someone face what they did, accept it, and trying to make amends is one thing, but being just as bad as them? I mean, sure, like we said with the teacher. Fucking. Oh, it was you, wasn't it? Fucking stand up. You can't. But. Having him bear the brunt of everything alone. Just shoving the problem elsewhere. Not sure what the X's represent there, but him actually maybe shutting himself off from everyone? It makes sense. He's now... And now he's going through it in his own head a lot. Not at all what they're probably saying, although we can't know for sure. But he's beating himself up over it. What's going on outside? That's a blimp. I don't know if that's worthy of everyone's immediate attention, but want to be an everyday occasion. I mean, he was sat behind him. Is he just as sitting alone? I mean, you can always try to better yourself for things that you've done if you actually regret them, and try and be a better than you were. Is he taking interest into the guy that sat next to him? That's an interesting way of entering a room. I'm surprised the kid didn't say anything, actually. Ah, they couldn't save it. Is that meant to help the situation? I mean, he's still doesn't have any of his shit. He sold it all. You see, I'm torn because, you know, his current predicament, everyone can... Yeah, it's fucked. He has suffered for things that he does, or things that he's done. But at what point... At what point can you... keep making someone suffer for the sins of the past? Is he gonna turn his head, look the other way, or step in? Not the best answer, but... Really? He wasn't a good Samaritan. Only leave a deposit before he took it or anything. This guy... A coupon for some bread. Yeah, chase it. Ah. Go feed the carp. No. Ah, she's not in. Well, didn't quite go the way they were hoping. I need to clean out this building. So what is this? What is this class thing that was next to the room that you went to before? I'm pretty sure it did have a sign outside, but I didn't read it. Hey, is that his bike? How? How? We all need fluffy-haired boy in our lives like this. After the good deeds don't go unrewarded. This might be the... Do we need it any clearer than that? He's almost closed off mind. How could you forget, bastard? What, on its own, no butter or anything? He really had to pedal hard to keep up. I mean, not quite so sitting by himself anymore. Could be talking about either of them. One doesn't understand the situation. Oh, is opening up to it. And the other He's just enjoying it. I guess it does. So where's his name? Come on. Wow, you've been through some shit, haven't you? I mean, it's not like a give and take kind. Kind of relationship thing. Don't put the tomato. Okay, cool. There you go. That's what it takes. That's what it means. It's just some people enjoying their time together. He's trying to be so cool. To be fair, I'm falling for it. He's not going to give up, is he? I was going to say, at least hand the bread over. That's it. Gotta stand up for your friends. Damn it. I mean, he doesn't have a bike to steal. He's quick to... easy to provoke, isn't he? I think she might have noticed this time. And he runs. Damn it. That's what friends are for, to leave you in your moment of pain. I mean, was that just straight up Nick on camera? He's just waving wildly. I wonder how much I'll actually pick up by the end of it. I mean, there's only one thing so far. Something tells me that this isn't quite a literal translation. What was that seemingly innocuous comment? And there's been someone who's somewhat helped him in that, but... I mean, the fact that she is receptive about it. Hopefully this one hasn't been on the floor. Is this going to become like a traditional thing? Buy cheap bread, go feed the fish. Is she thanking him for the book, returning it? It'd already been in the water before. That's how much it meant to her that she dove in after it. Although it didn't take long to follow. Oh, good find. I don't think she has the best technique to try and get the book, but the fact that she was flustered and trying to that degree. I mean, anyone that is close, but there's some interesting photos. Anyone that's close to her knows what she has possibly gone through. Great. So just when he had almost started regaining some semblance of a normal school life, yeah, they're gonna have to have a word about that. We've seen this in other shows as well. Apologising for something that's not quite what you did at all. I see that she is. I don't want the word I'm trying to think of. Quite easygoing. There's a camera there. Why? Why are you asleep in the kids' play slide thing, and also incredibly dirty? Yep. Has not quite linked the, yeah. It makes sense. But I suppose, well, rather than just someone out of nowhere doing it for him. The fact that he's so accepting, he's taking everything that he's done. Good thing they turned back. I'm guessing that there was some issue that they had to stay out for a while. How could you turn down food like that? If there's one way to get a possibly runaway to eat. She found out. That would be a reason as to their current predicament. Stop taking photos of roadkill and the like. It's odd. I mean, unless you're trying to put it in some sort of art installation, some gallery. What's he got under his shirt? See, that's what he was doing. Checking if they had shoes on. I mean, he's out here barefoot for so long now. Something like that, yes. I don't think that's quite the reason, but I guess he doesn't need to know. There's been worse reasons to take a walk. I don't think he's... I mean, I see it as he's actively trying to make amends, rather than... How else would you take... It's not trying to be better than everyone else. In fact, he's using the umbrella as a little barrier to be able to say this. Did it stop raining? Or he's slowing. I Okay, that would explain a few potential issues. I see. I mean, after being missing for a while, yeah, there's a strange boy now coming to return you. Anyone would act like that. But I'm guessing she also remembers his face. Holding a grudge like that for, I guess, a child. A defiant little one. That's not a laddie. I really like that response. Overly friendly, so... and then, oh, fuck. I suppose the... I guess it's easier than writing in a notebook. Texts are... You don't have to go travelling to receive them either. He's really trying to push the point, isn't he? Do you want my number? That kind of thing. The one that attempted to learn before. The one who's actually trying. But do they know where they are? I mean, I don't know how easy it would be to track down anyone that I used to go to school with. The Oh, we're one step closer. We know this school, but Mr. Moneybags over here. What a friend. I think you're misunderstanding the purpose of this trip. I see. They're going on a little journey to ask her for her contact details personally. It's not unheard of for people that might have lashed out and done some things to to become friends afterwards. It happened to me. I think I've said that before. Someone who was not very nice actually became a close friend later on. So, seeing that there's seriously just... And once again, another coincidental meeting. Suppose seeing you here. Has she continued the learning, or is she just remembering it? Ah. I guess the plan to come and get her number is going well. And now he's... okay, might be a time to... yeah, give them some space. But running into more, are we? How many of the old ones are we gonna have to come across? Is everyone going to... But that was the coupon. I see that they have... On first meeting, going to a karaoke bar. Saved for later. Yeah, might not be the best idea. That's not bad prices, I guess. 420 yen for a... Hide! Didn't think you'd actually take it up, even with a coupon. I want to go. This. No, of course not. That's why his eyes have glazed over when he's given up the will to live. No one at all. Just change your hairstyle, put on some glasses. Perfect disguise. Spending some time around here now, but... Yes. But after some bad news at the doctor's, but what could... She's now totally lost her hearing. Surprised that it happened so soon. Usually there'd be a bit more development first, but... She's actually, coming over to see him this time. He can't be the one to interact with her at a workplace, so... She's acting awfully friendly right away. Betsuni. I mean, that's all that anyone really needs. Just even a small bit of appreciation of someone reaching out. She's awfully friendly straight away. 1. Okay, so she only lost one side. Oh, you're such a bitch. I mean, apparently she never grew out of that phase. I mean, if they are or not, does it really matter? Do you need to be taking someone's hearing aid? Does that what makes you feel good? And there we go. We've got... I've fucking forgotten the name. The little sister trying to... Mr. Holier Than Thou, trying to make yourself feel good. Her out of saying, you talking to her out of guilt. Yeah. Leave her out of the conversation there. Obviously there was something going wrong. But she's awfully peppy this morning, despite... despite news or anything that she got recently. And the fact that she has... Well, she always had her hair down before. Why is she changed up slightly? I see she didn't quite want to be seen. Gotta get bread for the fish. But she was trying. I mean, he's being direct. Might not be the best time just to... Oh yeah, run away after just saying that. I mean... The effort that they're both putting in here, if she's opened up so much considering the small time that he's actually attempted to be friends. That's what they were looking at before. Is it food? Or is it air freshener? Or wasn't it like a... She's doing her best farmyard impression. The fact that, she's... That's why she was trying so hard to speak. I mean, communication is going to be difficult, but... Perfect time. There must have been more meaning to that phrase. Dive straight into bed. Flap, flap, flap. Normal people are dense enough. Then there's characters like him. And then there's also the barrier where... Well, it's enforcing here. Actually, what is he? Oh, reaching out again. Why would someone change their hair? It's so rapid. Started off with he's got past the test, right? Stop ignoring him. He's the number one friend here. There might be a particular reason why she's taking some time. But yeah, just keep trying. But to think that they're feeding the fish together and their little friendship has flap, flap, flap reached to this kind of degree. She's excited. Was she by her? Why is she along for the ride? Your immediate response there is probably validated. Is she sat? Yes. She sat next to best friend. Ah. And how is she? Okay. Is this a... I've tried changing my perspective. Is this an actual symbolic, metaphorical thing here for the story and their personal growth? I mean, who's not terrified? Let's be honest. And yet he's gripping tightly. That's a more obvious sign that we needed. You're being too friendly! You gotta work at it! He's creating a blockade. Is he just surprised about what they're doing, the situation? You almost got it. Ah, it dropped away. Okay. But we haven't seen any... Ah. Well, that brought back some trauma. After he was doing so way. Might brought back trauma for me. After he was doing so well and let go a little, opened up his heart again. Oh yeah, because that's gonna work when you haven't informed anyone. Well, thinking everything will be okay if they meet again. Sure, but neither party there were attempting to approach each other. Right. So taking no personal responsibility, unlike him who's taking everything on himself, but we're getting there. I mean, she's thinking about herself, her friend group, and not what happens to anyone else. There might be some good sights from the top of the Ferris wheel. I don't think this is a good idea. Why do I feel such dread building in the pit of my stomach? Tops. The camera. The camera. Oh, I like how it's like almost halfway through, so it's it was filming from the beginning. We're surprised by this. And did she have much chance? Or to be a bit. To be so much more abrasive. If she fought through. Oh, yes, because it's her fault, yes. How dare you try and stand up for yourself? And still, even in her speech saying, you apologise for everything we did, even though there was nothing on it, and she's still doing it. Okay, that might be something I can get behind, but. Yeah, apart from apparently you never left 6th grade. But having that having a secret recording. Having a secret recording where we have the character themselves admitting that they hate themselves. They hate the situation. They hate everything. Complicated would be an understatement, but actually, it's not actually that complicated. I mean, it was a bit of a catalyst. Oh no. I mean, I don't think that's how he worded things, but. Huh? Ah, of course, it's all going around again. Great. Yeah, he's just the same. A colossal jerk, as it was saying. And now she's outing him to the entire class. Must have been one of the parts that we didn't watch. I mean, just his reaction there. Okay, maybe not full run away and escape the situation, but there's so much to unpack. The fact that he felt physically ill, not being, not having everyone learn about the situation, but really, he had a calendar, for God's sake. But I'm guessing for being reminded of his part in it and everything that he did. Must show on his face. I think the sparse use of this slight piano. Why is she there? Slight piano being used. Ah. Yes, that's how an apology should go. And a forced apology at that. Because they all had a part to play in this performance. Right, she just sat there and didn't do anything. Well, she may not have been an instigator. Yeah, she didn't turn away from it. Stand up at the time. So now everyone is turning on each other. I mean, he didn't have to take it as far as he did, but I don't think everything is his. This is time for the inconvenient truths, isn't it? He's just going to separate himself away again. And push away people as well. I think I might be underappreciating best friend there. Or maybe shouldn't have made things so confrontational to. Maybe so, but. I mean, why didn't you say anything about anyone else? Making him face it alone. Where have we seen that before? I think it was we were going to reach this boiling point. We were going to reach this boiling point where everything goes out in the open, where relationships between people are tough, especially when things like what we've seen are concerned. It took them this long. Good answer. Actions and personality are two separate pieces, but we could all deal with. That's some imagery. How long have I just been awestruck about? And after everything that, yeah, go over different ways to start the conversation, things you can say. I think it's going to go the way you expect, if anyone turns up at all. Or things are going to go back to normal straight away after the blowout they had. It just turned around slowly. Yup. Trying out something new. Okay. So why wearing that now? Well, if it's any. Even if it doesn't, it's. See, that's my way of thinking. Anyone who could just pass it off and say, yeah, you're in trouble, but nah, there's nothing for me to do here. Oh. We didn't get much of a... At least the final bits we saw, she got some choice words from the grandmother. That was some nice water. God fucking damn it. Everything we're seeing now, the struggles that the characters are going through, actual lives being destroyed, and this gets tossed into the mix. It might be used as a catalyst of trying to push things forward, or destroy what we had. Odd. Oh. Okay, I kind of like that. Like topographical map on different layers, but odd little art installation pieces that they're walking through. She's been lagging behind. Slowly going down on his face. Why is she apologizing? Is that at all possibly spurred on by the conversation in the Ferris wheel? That's some lyric. Well, some things you don't have to try and fix, just work through and do better. I think he's trying a little too hard now. Apparently, she's not against the idea of help. Is he in their home? Oh god. Oh god. Well, or worse. Guess it's not the only funeral we'll be seeing in this film. I mean, she's so easy to fall into aggression when it comes across, well, him. But you can kind of understand why she would be so protective for the time being. I mean, at least you're accepting that. You're open to the idea. Well, you know that, yeah, these photos are questionable. I mean, where would we be without a character animation fireworks display? One thing that everyone, no matter where they are, can enjoy a festival display like that. Yes, leave them together there. Ah, damn, you can't make a cake for her birthday now. I mean, his word choice is. Well, he's questioning it slightly. Damn it. We don't get an out loud translation for that moment, don't we? I mean, getting to experience the fireworks to display, getting to. Well, bit of a conversation there. Plans for future birthday, and like. She just went off by herself. But imagine leaving a festival like that. Oh, I need to study. Just, while your family is all there, just go home. Got the camera. Well, we saw it before you could. No, she's. Yeah, we got the view of everyone. Oh fuck! Pleasant day, fireworks. Don't do the curtain flutter to nothing. Just don't. Oh, I like that. Just unless that was something weird with the encoding where we got for like 4 frames. Get up, you fool! That was some voice acting. They did the curtain. He is really straining there. Good grip. He will try his best, just... Give him this, give him... The power to pull her up. Oh, when she... Okay. Yeah, oh yeah, you still need to apologise properly. I mean, back then, I probably made some dumb mistakes and things that... When you don't... She's actually reaching! We're not... Good transition. Oh, fuck me. The subversion, the bait and switch, the... It started with him going to jump, so... We actually saw him off the edge this time. I mean, it's just damn good that Yuzuru say, "Can you go get my camera?" Fucking hell, imagine all of the things that we could have happened just based on almost dumb luck like that. Caused trouble again. She doesn't quite know the story at the minute, does she? I mean... in a time like this is... Oh. Great. Yeah, because this is going to help the situation. She's already in a dangerous position, and yeah, her... bit of projection there, I think. Not one of many words. Be careful with the other earring. There's a lot of pulling in these fights, isn't there? I mean, with emotions running stupidly high. Okay, this might be one of the times when her actual apologies might be... in the right place. Taking down all the photos. What if she saw death all the time? I mean, that's a conversation that is gonna be tough. I've had friends who their family members have gone through similar. He's so strong. Your plan there was to be all big and get in to see your friend, wasn't it? Make a good impression. Ah. She didn't, really. Just by being there. I mean, who wouldn't want to root on a friend like that? And we all need a fuzzy haired boy. Well, she does only have one hearing aid at the minute. Okay, that is a statement that I think everyone needs to hear. She, despite the roller coaster speech, the saying how she's changed, she used to hate them. There's hope for everyone. Seeing everyone. This one's going to be a bit more difficult than most. If at first you don't succeed, I admire her persistence. The fact that she didn't give up on any of them, even when it's kind of unresponsive. What was that just now? The... Oh. That's going to bring back my tinnitus. Having a dream like that, whether it's prophetic and what isn't he still in hospital? What was she expecting to see? Having this situation where some are taking all the responsibilities. Oh, he's awake upon themselves. Oh, let me guess, you're about to go down to the bridge. But some of the responsibilities upon themselves, and others are not accepting anything. Oh, don't pull that! I'm guessing that was a catheter. If we take responsibility for things that we have done, stop blaming everyone else, or trying to, I think as Kawhi was doing, hand wave away, what I did wasn't that bad in comparison. And sometimes maybe people won't get so dishevelled. Yeah, he's actually there. This isn't a midnight mirage, some extended dream. Or at least hopefully not. How could you convey your emotions at a time like this? With her being so... Well, her feeling that she caused this. She caused him to be in hospital, for causing him to fall. Tried to take a way out, for which really wouldn't work. Fucking hell. He was thinking about it before. The scar, the behaviour. I mean, sometimes just the simple things. What if he hadn't have... What if he hadn't have reached out in the first place? The feelings of self-hate in this fucking film. Sometimes things are out of our control. Well, that's some nice hair animation. It's his dream, his subconscious really giving him the words here. maybe we should get off of this bridge. It's cold. Give her a reason to go on. Give her something to do. I mean, his drive to not repeat mistakes from the past. Some people don't give themselves enough credit. Good tension breaker. Does it have the same kind of meaning as what I think it would be? He really needs to tuck his label in. Who are you? I mean, maybe not right now. It's a trick only can pull off a few times. And yet that barrier was still flashing away there. I mean, you're not trying to learn. Don't remember the name of Hirose, but well, hang on. If two, is that his two old friends? At least one of them. I'm guessing the other one was. I mean, interpersonal relation. How many times is that going to fall? Things in the past, everything that could have happened. I don't think anyone really wants to see each other. I see, she came through a cut. Don't want to see each other in harm's way. Alright then. We don't see him very often, in fact, twice, I think, but he doesn't play a big role in this film. I don't know why we're seeing him like that, but okay. Four? You might need it. Ah, I see. Was that from the grandmother? Now she's going to school, like trying to do best. Got to practice. I think that's a bit too stiff. Maybe loosen it a little. So it's not candy. If one thing you can take from this is, even through difficulties that we all have to face, there is a route forward. What you gotta do is not give up on yourself. The gotta take a break for a moment. The or the last school, or several other things, but something I can. Yep. I think I just came to a personal revelation. I went through most of my school life looking at the floor. Was it just a way of avoiding people? Trying to protect myself? Put up the wall. You can't escape now. It's all a bit much. Occupied. He's coming in. It's just a natural response. He couldn't. What's with the scarf? I mean, this is how a. I think there's more going on than just what happened at the bridge, but. I mean, if nothing else, right now, sometimes it shows that sometimes you don't know how much you may mean to someone else. Maybe try a different way. Immediate. Damn it. Quiet down a little. I think, yeah, in a situation. Does she have glasses? And her hair. She's going back to her old style. Got to undercut the situation, don't you? I'd say they all have their own personal barriers and walls up to help protect themselves, but hers is a little prickly. Don't apologise. Maybe there has been a bit of progress, but there's one word to learn. You're doing it wrong, idiot! If you're going to insult me, do it right. I mean, that was quite something, I guess. Like the fun that he had with a group of friends before. Is he opening himself up again? Giving the world a chance? I think... I don't think we needed the orchestral hit, but... Come on now. Are we seriously never seeing the sister? You're right. The floodgates have opened. Is he finally letting go of so much that was on his shoulders? The tunnel that we saw at the beginning was that the friends, but because we didn't see a current version of him, he's still got his old look in his memory. I mean, it wasn't even a story of like redemption or anything. It wasn't a story of making amends for the past. It was just trying to carry on, be nice to each other. Story of so many people with so many problems. You don't know what everyone's going through. Some don't have immediate, obvious outward signs. I mean, everyone goes through things to different degrees. Everyone's going to experience some things of the like, but there are some people that, as we saw, deal with it in their own way. Some that try to push it off, say that other people are the fault. Some that take it directly on themselves. Some that direct all of their anger at a singular point. But all that comes out of it is everyone gets hurt. But God's fucking starting off with the cleaning out, the money, the calendar. I mean, you're already preparing for some shit, but I've been, yeah. I'm a bit stuffed up if you didn't realise. this, I think, seeing small things you don't realise, just not backing away when someone is in need. Granted, that was quite a big thing. He lost his bike for it, but that seemingly chance encounter starting off this entire real process, getting along the ways of trusting people again. I think anything that I can or will say will just do a disservice to the film. Simple as that. Sure, I've had my own experiences, but nothing that would equal something like this. I can't get into the mindset of some of the characters. I just cannot see where they're coming from. But the idea of having the onus fall on a singular person and then ostracizing them for forever. And not only that, but what? His previous best friend, sure, distance yourself a bit because associated, sure, I guess as a kid, yeah, but carrying that on to high school and past, and what? Was there no one taking a single look at themselves? The only one that was actually taking a moment was the one who fell off a fucking balcony because of it. All I'll say is that it's quite good that there was a river running underneath. I mean, still gonna hurt, obviously, when it landed himself in hospital, but could have been worse. I think more than anything, you really have to appreciate the dedication that she had throughout grade school. After facing the kind of torment that he was giving her, and yet still trying to extend that hand, still trying to... I've already... The film's been over for 15 minutes. I've just been sat here in silence, just contemplating. Fucking hell. It's not often that I've had to just sit for a while. And the feeling throughout it of him constantly being on the receiving end of people's animosity when he's trying to do something. It's like, from the mother, it's understandable. Let's be honest, but is it beyond expectations that someone would want to try and make amends slightly, want to try to fix something that was obviously grievously wrong? The rumours and chatter amongst the classmates is not really going to die down. But I think in the end he took Sarah's advice. The roller coaster thing. She used to be terrified, just had to look at it from a different perspective. Open up his heart, open up his mind a little. As long as we continue thinking on the same routes that we do, nothing's going to change. It's the times when you actually reach out, try something different. There is one thing, though, that will not ever change. I'm not buckling to this. You'll not change my mind. If I'm ever in hospital, ever medically incapacitated or anything, don't grow a mustache. It will not wake me. In fact, it'd probably be the last thing to really put me down for good. I think one of the characters what you're really meant to despise, I guess, at least in their mindset. Just everything was fine before you. We had everything. All of our friends were still talking to each other. Nothing was strained. You're the problem. Sure, not everyone having a hand in the matter. If you push the blame onto anyone else, or particularly one person, like what was done to him, no one's going to learn, no one's going to fix themselves. Now, obviously, during an actual friendship and the like, we're all going to have our ups and downs. As long as you're there for each other when it matters. I think the one that really you couldn't say anything too negative would be the one who needed the friend most from the beginning. Even when he has friendship dashed across the rocks, had his biggest friend, his best friend, talk to him the way he did, he didn't give up. I think there were parts of the movie which did seem a little odd, whether it was pacing or if things were cut out of source material just to save time or whatever, I don't know. But the grandma section, just, wow. Okay. I don't think we needed that extra hit in there, but I think as a show of life to say when it's potentially slightly unpredictable, you never know what's going to happen next. Okay. God damn, I can't dwell on this any longer. So, fucking... we can all regret things we've done. All you need to do is know that there can be a tomorrow. There will be. There's not going to be a point where everyone has given up on you. Just make sure to come back and watch some anime. If you really enjoyed this, want to see more, let me know. Leave a like on the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel. Even if you don't want to talk about things when things are rough, we can waste some time watching some shit. So make sure to join me again. Whether or not I need to apologise just for my channel existing, I don't actually know just yet. But what I do know is that I really need to thank my patrons because they have allowed me to sit around and watch this stuff. So, I guess I need to thank Noku, Raywin, Sal, Arthea, Kite, Shiwan, Mats, Girly, Cardboard, Croyville, Levi GR, Scott Raymond, Megu42, Dark Shadow 7899, Yellow Dragon 123, and everyone else for truly giving me some extreme heartbreak.